Last time on Final Fantasy 16, we wrapped up all of the current side quests, including unlocking Ragnarok and unlocking the recipe for a sword whose name I'm not going to try and remember or pronounce. That is our Infinity Plus One weapon. This time we're continuing on with the story.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
Then what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness.
I'm
Yet
surprised he
still, it was
survived,
not
honestly.
enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was
I
Barnabas.
mean, it's Barnabas.
I'm sorry, brother. That was
The
ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so
the
powerless.
dominant of
And when so
Odin of
many are
all
looking
people.
to us for strength, perhaps. No, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Like Odin's whole thing is that he can cut through anything and kill you with a single strike. So the fact that he even came out of that alive is impressive. Whether or not he was toying with you. Nameless slum. Oh, they're doing a lantern festival. That's usually a festival of remembrance for those lost. And the fact that Dion is here means this is probably near the Twin Cities, not in Waloed.
What is this place?
Ah, her, right. Medicine girl.
Don't move.
She comes up a lot, so I am wondering if she's actually something more than she appears. She's been around quite a few important characters now.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
It's not poison, promise. As Dion slowly recovers at the administration of the little girl.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
A lot of people passed away in the destruction of Crystalline Dominion and Canva and a lot of other places. There's a lot of souls need guiding. And a lot more that yet need tending by the medicine girl.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear.
Yeah, pretty much.
And for it, I must
Like,
atone.
you were fighting against Ultima,
Your
not
hurts are
doing
healing
Ultima's work.
nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them.
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
She's a good girl at heart.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will
You're
you
not
promise
yet.
to come back and visit?
Does Medicine Girl have a crush on Dion? It's quite possible.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt
We
they'll
do
stop
need
you.
to take out Barnabas
You
eventually.
will take your medicine.
Of course.
Somehow.
Lady Daya.
So I'm
Really
leaving
not
already,
sure
are ya?
how.
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we
Hopefully
must find
not.
a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The professor.
Let me guess,
I'll go
Vivian.
and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
You all have your task, get to it.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
And yet he's not going to stop it. Oh, we have new hunts. Radio, well, we'll get back to that in just a moment. Because guess what? Clive has a new letter. Let's see what it's about, because oftentimes those are somewhat important. So this one probably isn't, because it doesn't have a quest marker on it, but still.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
You can't do much about that. There's only so much food to go around. Ooh, that's a lot of them. It's hard to believe Theo's gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be here, there in the stables, watering the birds or raiding the packs. Yet he is not, and it's everything I can do not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. The courage to fight. What happened in Eastpool with the bears and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many, and through victories such as these, the fire will spread. It's only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is, Martha. Thanks again for helping to get the dungeon in order. Had you not rowed gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stealing blight water over upon her. There's always room for improvement though, so don't get your knickers in a knot. Should I come and knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot? Mid. And Tail makes 4. 5, there's but one crystal left needs cracking, but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss, Otto. That one feels like it wasn't necessary, but okay. Like, yes, I am the only person who can destroy this last crystal. Find a way to get me there. Also, Mid, you know, you're not allowed anything else. You've already spent too much time destroying my facilities.
How do you split the sea?
With a giant sword. That's how you split the sea. I'm bored. What have we got? We have one new one. An S rank. The Tricephalic Terror. A caravan of traders traversing the Velcro told me of a colossal beast they encountered on their journey. You hear them tell it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. It's a chimera. I suggested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantom brought about by the desert heat. But the sweat which ran down their foreheads was cold, and the fear in their eyes real. Oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive.
I'm here.
Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
Well, you had enough of her already.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is
Don't
ready,
get snooty with
we'll be
me.
setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long?
Yeah, maybe.
Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
Bloody hell, Mid.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair.
Stop acting like
But
a spoiled little
interrupt me,
girl, Mid.
And it's over. Understood?
You're more snippy than I remember, Vivian.
Barnabas Thom. The one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark,
Oh, so
set
he
his
wasn't from the
throne in
continent.
the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war.
No.
And yet here we are.
Definitely not the
The
case.
Einherjar was committed to the fray. A bold declaration of
You
intent.
just had other missions to
Orcs
work
swarm
on.
around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike.
I mean,
All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses.
the eighth adder, as she
Offshore
put
currents
it,
will cast an
being controlled
ill-equipped
by a
ship
gift
out to
from
sea one moment and
Ultimo,
dash it
for
against the
sure.
rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is
The
anything
Beastmen,
but
who knows?
ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, If only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I?
Really? We're just going
Not
back
they were easy.
to that
The
beach
currents were a right
directly
bastard. But
and
then,
trekking across?
if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably
Speak
more
quiet,
visits.
Vivian.
Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Goodbye, Vivian. Really? Now a new side quest is
How
available.
do you
God damn it.
split the sea?
Here I was hoping to get further into the main quest. But
Please,
not gonna happen.
Grace, stay. My Lord Marquis.
Hey, Jote. Phoenix, heal thyself.
Jote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen.
Yes, it
Though he
does.
does his
It's
best
called
to hide it.
having Ultima
The
inside.
lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Tarja and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found.
Yes,
The
yes.
only
What's
problem
the
being that critical
ingredient?
ingredient
What do I
is
need to
exceptionally
kill?
hard to come by. And our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help?
What do you need me to do?
For Joshua, anything.
Just tell me what you need me to kill,
Thank you,
Jote.
my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded.
I can deal with
The
that.
search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well,
That's what she
yes,
said.
but
Then I shall go in your stead.
my lord.
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
You sure about that?
Well,
It seems to be
if you're sure,
hurting.
my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Okay. Seems to be hurting Jill just fine, using up all that ether. Just saying. But down there. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Ambrosia. Okay. This isn't too far away, so I don't think I'll need to come back to it. Let's go. Ignoring all the enemies because they're all below me and not worth worrying about. I'm sure the ones in the Akashic flood will be a lot more to deal with. Whoops, I need to go around. Right, we can't take Ambrosia in there.
How to find our stonewort. Jote mentioned blood-red petals.
There we go.
Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Come on. Fine, we'll just do the 2. Right, we got the upgrade potion bag last time, didn't we? Really? I would appreciate you not doing that. Oh, come on, that should have been a point. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, there we go. Okay. Let's just Giga Flare his ass. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, but...
Well done.
Using a lot of potions on this one Gigas because it is really not a good fight to get back into the swing of things. Fine, parry him. Deal with the final Akashic Weaver. That was a terrible showing on my part. I'm gonna have to get more potions. But at least we can get the flowers we came for.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive.
Almost looks like coral rather than flowers.
Right. That should do it.
Let's go back. We have a quest to turn in. Well, I don't know that. There could be more to it. But hopefully we have a quest to turn in that makes Joshua better.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Adelaide, a free spirit. Jote. I have what you asked for.
Jote, I brought back all the stonewort I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Or you just asked us to go there again.
You and His Grace are very much alike.
Wasn't that hard?
You think only of how you
I only
might
used
help
half
others,
my potions.
and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others.
Yeah. Don't you know I'm a main character? I have to give more of myself than I get. Quest complete. Wait. And with that, next time on Final Fantasy 16, we're going to Possibly take on the dragon again, but definitely take on the Chimera, and then continue the story. See you then.